Ready?
All right, we'll call the meeting to order. Just confirm that we did have an executive session discussion this morning, and let me just also confirm, where Mike go, that this meeting was sunshined properly.
That's correct.
Thank you, Tom. I'm Deputy Secretary Cheryl Cook, sitting in for Chairman Redding today. Can we start with a roll call, please?
Sure, Madam Chair. Commissioner Brenizer. Commissioner DeBonda.
Here.
Commissioner Ellis.
Here.
Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Lark.
Present.
Commissioner Rogers. Commissioner Ruddy. Commissioner Sweeney. Commissioner Sweeney. I think she stepped on. You have a quorum, man.
All right, thank you. Let's dig into the minutes from our February meeting. Has everybody had the opportunity to look through the minutes?
Two of them.
Okay. I am looking for a motion to approve the February 27th meeting. Thank you,
So moved,
Commissioner.
Commissioner Lark.
Okay, motion to Commissioner Brenizer, second to Commissioner. Thanks to you both. Any questions, comments, discussion, corrections, edits of any sort? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Any opposed? Motion passes. We'll turn now to our March 26th meeting minutes.
Move approval.
Thank you, Commissioner. Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any questions, discussion, or corrections on this? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any opposed? Motion passes. And now, sorry, Tracy.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Looking at the financial statements for the month ended March 31st and starting with the racing fund balance, the beginning balance was 2.7 million. There was revenue of 2.1 million, expenditures of 2.1 million, leaving the ending balance at 2.8 million. Moving on to the commission revenue and expenditures for the month of March. Taxes and penalties was 528,000. Non-tax revenue is 138,000, bringing the total revenue to 666,000. Personnel expenditures were 575,000. Operating expenditures were 102,000, bringing total expenditures for the month to 677,000. Testing for the month of March, revenue was 1.4 million. Personnel was 502,000. Operating expenditures were 518,000, bringing the total expenditures for the month to 1,020,000. For promotion, no revenue for the month of March, and there was expenditures of 346,000. You will see a negative amount there. That just means the payment was reversed. You'll probably see that payment go through then in April. It's usually what that means when it's negative like that. Moving on to the comparative financial statements for the commission and testing together for the month of March for 2024 compared to 2023. Revenue is down 11%, being driven mostly by the non-tax revenue. Personnel expenditures are up 7%, and again, that's a reflection of the new union contract and the associated raises. Operating expenditures are down 3%, bringing the total overall expenditures to a 2% increase. The one thing I will have you note that we did look into your real estate that has not been charged. It was charged in August to GGO. So there's a cost adjustment that has gone through for April. So you will see that that will clear in the month of April. And then the remaining financial statements are for the restricted funds.
Any questions? Okay, I guess you're off the hook.
And I apologize, I didn't spell my name. Do you have my name? Okay. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Tracy. All right, Tom.
Thank you. As everyone is aware, the commission has directed staff, George, Tony, and I to work on the assessment process for 2024 with HISA and IWU. We have reached a tentative agreement with HISA and IWU on the true up on the credits and on the assessments. That process will continue with documentation being forwarded to OGC and the Attorney General's office, and will come back in May for a ratification from the commission.
Any questions for? Was that a question or a throat clearing?
Tom, do we need a motion to do it or not?
No.
You'll make a motion in May.
Thank you.
Moving on to our administrative actions then, we'll start with the simulcast calendars.
There, we need a motion to approve the simulcast calendars for the Standardbred tracks for May of 2024, and that would be for Harris, Mohican Sun, and Pocono Downs.
Is there a motion? Thank you, Commissioner Brenizer. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Reddy. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Next motion, Madam Chair, is to approve the simulcast calendars for the Thoroughbred tracks for May of 2024. That would be for Parks, Penn National, and Presque Isle Downs.
I will
Thank you.
make such a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner DeBunda. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner. Is there any question, discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
The next, Madam Chair, is a motion to approve Presque Isle Downs' request to move live racing from Thursday, September 19th to Friday, September 20th, with the corresponding 4 p.m. post time. That would be their master's grade day, race day.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
I will make such a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner DeBunda. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner Jones. Any questions, discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
The next, Madam Chair, is a motion to approve Presque Isle Downs and Parks' request to offer the betting public the following wagering opportunities on September 20th and September 21st. The first one is a Pennsylvania Pick 4. The races would include the Presque Isle Downs Mile, Presque Isle Downs Masters, the Cotillion, the PA Derby. That would be with a 50-cent minimum and a $15 takeout. The second wager that they're offering is called the Pennsylvania Daily Double. That would include the PID Masters and the PA Derby. It would be a $1 minimum and a 15% takeout.
I
Thank
will
you,
make
Thomas.
such a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner DeBunda. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Ellis. Questions, discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I think it's a great idea and I hope they're very successful.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Agreed then to hope this works.
The final motion, Madam Chair, is a motion to ratify the Standardbred Director's approval for Harrah's Philadelphia to change its post time on Saturday, May 4th, Kentucky Derby Day, to 12 p.m.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
Thank you, Commissioner Brenizer. Is there a second? Second, Commissioner Rogers. Questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. On to the adjudication section.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This matter comes before the State Horse Racing Commission from an appeal filed by licensed owner, trainer Uriah A. St. Louis. By ruling number 23249 PP dated September 14th, 2023, the Board of Stewards at Parks disqualified appellant's horse Civil Notion, which ran on August 23rd, 2023 in the third race. The stewards took this action because Civil Notion was on the stewards list and therefore ineligible to participate at the time. On September 18th, 2023, appellant timely appealed and requested a hearing and a stay, which was granted on September 26, 2023 by the Thoroughbred Bureau Director. On January 12th, 2024, a hearing was scheduled for April 2nd, 2024 before presiding officer Thomas Blackburn. On March 28th, 2024, the parties filed joint stipulations, which were docketed by the presiding officer and made a part of this record. The hearing was held as scheduled on April 2nd, 2024. The record in this matter was closed upon receipt of the transcript and is now ripe for your consideration. Based upon your review of the transcript and testimony at the hearing, the joint stipulations, the exhibits of record, and a draft adjudication and order, the following order is proposed. And now this 30th day of April, 2024, based upon the foregoing findings of fact and conclusions of law, the testimony of the witnesses, the joint stipulations and exhibits of record in this matter, ruling number 23249 PP, issued by the Board of Stewards at Parks, dated September 14th, 2023, which disqualified the ineligible horse Civil Notion from the third race of August 23rd, 2023, and redistributed the purses, is hereby affirmed. And that can be conducted as a motion.
Thank you, George. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Ellis. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner Jones. Any questions or discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you, Chair.
Hey, Madam Chair. Industry reports, we'll start off with Scott Lisha from the Meadows. Scott, and I just remind everybody to please spell your name for the benefit of the court reporter.
Hello, everyone. Scott Lisha, S-C-O-T-T, last name L-I-S as in Sam, H-I-A. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Madam Chair and members of the commission. We had a pretty busy April. We have traditionally shut down for a week to do renovations and things. It was the first week of April. We ended up with a little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, a little bit of wind, and very little nice weather, but that was everyone. That being said, and I did send some pictures, we were able to complete a few capital projects that week that we had been working on. One was our new video board, which I think we'll throw up. And it actually was a 2-day project to get it in. We had to delay. But if you can see, it's larger than the one we have. The actual old one is behind it, much higher resolution. And then also what we did, and we incorporated all of our tote information in. We have a photo of that for those individuals that are on the apron that would normally have used the tote board that is still there, but will be going away at some point. So it's a great upgrade. It's right around $380,000. And it was amazing how quickly it went in and got operational. In conjunction, that same week, we finished the HVAC project in our paddock. We upgraded 2 compressor units, about another $55,000, $60,000 there. So we took advantage of the bad weather and did get some things done. We did not get to work on our track. That's something we like to do. We are targeting for a weekend when we have some really solid weather predicted, and then we'll go in and do that work. I'll our track crew is able to turn it around very quickly when we have nice weather. So fortunately, the track has been holding up very well, but that's something we do need to do, and we will get done here, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We also kicked off 4 days a week racing in April. Horses have been a little light, but the racing office has been doing a great job filling our cards. Just the nature, I think, the industry as a whole. And now we're getting ready for Derby Day. Obviously, as everyone is this weekend, we've got a lot going on. Be opening our outside patio or our outside bar, Embers, as well as having a buffet on the patio. The MSOA is sponsoring a hat contest again this year, which they've done for several years. It's always popular. We've got some really great opportunities for anyone to come out. We got a reserve cask of Maker's Mark bourbon that will do an upgraded mint julep for those who would like to purchase it. They sent one cask supposedly to the state of Pennsylvania, and we somehow got it. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I was told. So, but very exciting. We're looking forward to the day. And then also, as we get into May, we will have our food truck festival at the end of the month, as well as Wiener Dog races that Friday night. And that's when we'll kick off Friday night racing. I think it's the 24th of May. So things moving along and progressing nicely. Any questions? Thank you all very much for your time.
Okay, thanks, Scott. Congratulations to your crew to get that up as quickly as they did too, Scott. So, Mike Zellinger from Pocono. Mike?
Thank you, Tony. Commissioners, it's MikeZullinger. Like Scott said, we surprised to see that bright thing in the sky called the sun here in Northeast PA. Finally getting some nice weather. Handle has been strong. It's up a little over 2 to 3% over last year. We've had a strong horse population, able to fit 15, 16 races on most days the past few weeks. Other than that, looking forward to a good Derby Day. We have some events planned out on the track as far as bands, live cigar rollers, hat contest. So looking for a good overall day there. Other than that, that's all I have this week. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Barry Brown from Harris. Barry?
Thanks, Tony. Barry Brown, Director of Racing. So we kicked off our 2024 season on April 12th. We've had 7 race days thus far. Handle is up a little bit on the year-over-year comparisons. We also looking forward to a big month of May, obviously kicking off with Derby Day this weekend, followed by Mother's Day, which is typically one of our highlight days of our season. And then at the end of the month, Harrah's Invitational Sunday, which is on May 26th. So we have a packed next few weeks. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thanks, Barry. Joe Wilson from Parks. Joe?
Thanks, Tony. Joe Wilson, Wilson. Like everyone else, we're gearing up for Kentucky Derby, hoping the weather's going to be nice, as we kind of had rain the last 2 years. But, you know, live music, lots of stuff for the kids, lots of stuff going on. Looking forward to it. The following week on Mother's Day, we are once again hosting the Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk. Last year, we had really, really nice weather, and we probably had about 2,000 people walk around the dirt track. So looking forward to that again. And want to thank the commission for approving our pick 4 and our double with Presque Isle. Looking forward to working with Matt and Presque Isle on this and anything else that comes in the future. That's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Joe. Eric Johnson, Penn National.
Thank you, Eric Johnson, EricJohnston. Like everybody else, we're getting ready for Derby Day. A lot of stuff going on out there. Will be a special live card for a Saturday. That'll start at 2 o'clock with 7 to 8 races, depending on how they fill. Should be a lot of fun. A bunch of family activities, a bunch of food and drink specials. We'll be introducing some new aspects on our apron there. We'll have the beer garden will be up and running and open for that day, and pretty soon we'll be adding a full-service dining area outside of the Paddock Cafe, which should be up by Memorial Day. So, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Mackerlane.
Thanks, Eric. Chris Mackerlane, Vice President of Racing for Penn Entertainment, CHRIS, MC capital ERLEAN. I just wanted to take the opportunity, Tom mentioned the HISA arrangement that was made. I just want to thank Tom and the commission for helping to get that agreement in place. The credits go a long way to helping defer the cost. Obviously, that's something that we're not enthralled with. And, HISA in general has been a mixed bag. I will say, having gone through HISA in different jurisdictions that we race in, Pennsylvania has made it the most painless process, if there's such a word from that respect. But in terms of operations, and again, from a financial side, Tom's group and the commission itself has been very helpful in terms of making that process as good as possible. Some of our other jurisdictions, not so much. So I do want to take that opportunity to thank the commission, Tom and his staff, for trying to make the best of what is not a perfect situation from all respects.
Thanks, fellows. Okay. Sam Beagle, or are we going to Mike? No report?
We got it. We got it.
Mike Harant, Harant. Just want to say we've started to meet at Harris, Philadelphia. We've had really good horse populations so far, even to carry it into Derby Day. I think we have 12 races that day. We just drew it this morning. But overall, it's been really strong, especially with the series at Pocono and getting into Derby Day and end of the month at Chester, as Barry Brown said. We'd love everybody. Hopefully we get good weather to come on down for our invitational Sundays. It's always a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. Matt, my apologies. I jumped right over you. I got excited. I saw Mr. Beagle and Mr. Harant both here, and I couldn't wait to get to them. So Matt Ennis from Presque Isle.
Yes, no problem. This is Matt Ennis, M-A-T-T, last name E-N-N-I-S. Here at Presque Isle, we have recently opened our backside as of April 22nd, welcoming horses. We began training, morning training and gate schooling on our track. Currently, we have 205 horses on the grounds as of moments ago. More certainly on their way. As Joe Wilson had indicated, thank you, board, for the approval to move our Masters Day and join Joe and Parks in promoting Pennsylvania thoroughbred racing. We're certainly looking forward to the handle results benefiting the tracks and the respective horsemen. And maybe this is something that Joe and I coordinate on years to come. A very eventful weekend for us here at Presque Isle with our parent company hosting the Kentucky Derby, and we have our own party planned at the property. This really brings out some energy in the Erie community, as it's really the place to go here in Erie for the Derby celebration. So preparing for that. Other than that, things are good at Presque Isle and our season is underway. So thank you, board.
Thank you, Matt. Kim Hankins, MSOA.
Good morning. Kim Hankins, K-I-M-H-A-N-K-I-N-S, MSOA. First off, I want to thank everybody for their thoughts and prayers during my health trials. I appreciate that very much. It's been 3 years since I've been up here. It's nice to come and see you all in person. And Scott did a great job of giving our current and upcoming events, but I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Penn Gaming for the capital improvements with the video board and especially the HVAC in the paddock. I hear it every day, all for the last couple of years, so I really appreciate that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Kim. We're glad to see you in person and up and about. Todd Mosteller. Todd? No report. Jeff Matty?
Jeff, last name is Matty, M-A-T-T-Y. Just a couple quick things. Obviously, we're all looking forward to Kentucky Derby Day. The PTHA and Parks Racing jointly just came to an agreement with NBC Sports Philadelphia for Smarty Jones Day. So mark your calendars down, August 24th. It'll be on NBC Sports from 3 o'clock to 5 p.m. It'll be, the hosts will be Chris Griffin and Dick Girardi, and then we'll have some paddock analysts, et cetera. So that'll be August 24th, and we're looking forward to that. And then I just wanted to make the commission aware, I was appointed to the HISA Next Generation Advisory Committee. Got unanimous approval from my board, and I just think, they're going to have those meetings regardless, and I think it'd be more beneficial to my horsemen to be a part of them. So just wanted to make you guys aware. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jeff. Jim or Mike Simpson from the Standardbred Readers, are you guys on? Jim or Mike? We'll move on to Brian. Brian?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, Commissioners, and staff. As everyone knows, this Saturday coming up is a special Saturday, Kentucky Derby. We almost had one going to the Derby, but he had to be quarantined for a little while. And so I think he is shooting for possibly the Peter Pan or the Preakness. So we'll see what happens. I heard he's doing very well. The slot revenue transfers to the breeding fund on page 1 are down 1.283 million. We expected that because we're doubling on the payments from last year. The May issue of the Mid-Atlantic Thoroughbred is also in your packet. Fantastic story of longtime breeder Bill Brady, who passed away probably about 6 months or so ago. And when I first came on to the board at the BHBA, Bill was a fantastic, level-minded person who taught me a lot. So he had a couple horses which were dispersed, and one of them, All-American Rod, is doing very, very well right now. And he's out twice and won 2 races, maiden special weight and a PA bred race. So it's a great article if you get a chance to read about it. We do have a horse that's going to run on Derby Day, the race before the Kentucky Derby. It's called I'm Very Busy, and it was bred by Glenn Brock and Mark Toothaker. He won his last race out, the Muniz Memorial. And grade 2, and this is a grade 1, the grade 1 Bourbon Turf Classic, and he's being ridden by probably the best jockey around right now, Irad Ortiz Jr. So take a look. That's the race before the Derby, and cross your fingers, and hopefully we'll have another grade 1 winner. Lastly, the 45th Iroquois Banquet is Friday night, May 10th. For anyone who wants to come, just give me a call, send me an email. It's the 20th anniversary of Smarty Jones' wins at Kentucky Derby and the Preakness. So we have a really big show coming for you. So any questions? Oh, Brian, B-R-I-A-N, Sanfratello, S-A-N-F-R-A-T-E-L-L-O. Questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. I don't believe there's any public comment, Madam Chair.
Okay, well, our next regularly scheduled meeting will be Tuesday, May 28th, back here in this room at 1 p.m. Is there a motion to adjourn? Thank you, Commissioner. Is there a second? Thank you, Commissioner. Everybody said yes. Safe travels to everyone who came down in person. Safe leaving of the meeting for those on Teams.